Hello, 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 and welcome to Emerald Thoth with me, Mark. Hope you're doing well today. No messages that initially come to mind. I see a bird in the air, and a lot of planes recently, so maybe there's something to do with time travel involved, or just travel involved. But that leads me on to the kind of read I'm going to go today is the Time Traveler's Oracle, and we're going to do a read for what's happening for you across space and time. Well, in a linear sense, because we're already across space and time and multiple dimensions as it is, but in a 3D linear time sense, what is happening for you across space and time? Where are you traveling to, both in this lifetime and in other lifetimes and across the whole multiverse? So, I'm going to take 5 cards from the Time Traveler's Oracle and then from the other decks to support it. First of all, for a message from your higher self. Then from a message from the heavens. Then a message from Earth. 2 from Earth. 3 from Earth. Take a message from your ancestors. 2 messages from your ancestors. And 1 from your future self. 1 message from your future self. Bottom of the deck is number 10, Deliberation. So it talks again to changes and ends of cycles. Growing at a rapid rate as you grow out of the ground in this lifetime. And a sense of enlightenment at the feet of Lao Tzu, China. Let's see what cards have popped out for you then from the Time Traveler's Oracle. A message from your higher self, first of all, is number 26, Magic. So this is in Glastonbury, England, or Britain. It gives a sense of medieval times, it gives a sense of magic within you, magic you've had across lifetimes, and where you're going in this present lifetime, what you're being guided to is the magic within you, that source consciousness within you and that ability to co-create with the universe. So let's have a look at what the heavens are saying to you. Atlantis, transcending. So magic and transcending, number 26, number 39. The heavens see you as like a higher being. There are multiple versions of you, and there are you in multiple dimensions and splits of your soul fragments everywhere, including at a time that's currently existing in an Atlantean period on this earth, or Atlantean places on other earths or similar places. So the heavens are saying that you have this magic in you, you have seen golden and magical ages on this earth, and you have this ability to be dolphins in the sky or dolphins in the water. It's a sense of you awakening to that celestial version and understanding of yourself as much as you can, and use that magic in your earthly body and who you are in this lifetime. 3 messages from Earth. So number 30, planning in Machu Picchu. Planning and talks about breakthrough and the coming of the dawn. It could be, again, Aztec Mayan ancestral heritage. And a sense of stillness before a journey. This is either a llama or an alpaca. A sense of journey there and a sense of being in the mountains before you travel across different places. 41, to trust. Again, a sense of travelling as well, but travelling waves, travelling across oceans, travelling across borders or to different places. And the sun is beaming out. It's been behind the clouds all the time I've been out here, but it's just coming through. And planning and trust are saying the sun is coming through as you move. So as you plan and then you move with trust, like these Polynesian voyagers in the ocean, across the ocean. And then 32 is your power. Remember your power. Ancient power, dinosaurs in the Jurassic period. You have age-old power within you. You are an old soul, and you are awakening to what that is. And on this earth, you are grounding that power that has been through lifetimes and lifetimes, lineages after lineages. So, let's see what the messages from your ancestors are. Number 15, focus. So this is in the Shaolin Temple in China. Your ancestors are asking you to focus on your mission and where you have to go, asking for a sense of connection with your higher chakras in this, so to connect with those divine sources and to focus that within you, to focus your own divinity within you, to stand firm against the forces that deny that, whether that's within yourself or friends or family or society at large. And to remember you are a healer. As you are healing, so can you heal others. Only the wounded physician can hope to heal. And again, a sense of breakthrough, a sense of storms, but a sense of breakthrough. And here is, heart chakra energy, green, very healing. The dream temples of Asclepius, Greece. So your ancestors are telling you you are a healer, and focus on your earthly mission in bringing that light and joy and healing to this earth. And then your future self is number 22, leadership. Number 22, a master number, a sense of harmony, balance and co-creation with the universe and others. Possibly roots to ancient Egypt. All things come full circle. So you can say you're embodying some of this ancient leadership, some of this starseed, some of this light leadership. And you have links to ancient Egypt, which, being linked to this channel, you most likely would. There's a sense of breakthrough and a sense of owning and internalizing and utilizing your magic is what's being called for from your higher self, and that's as you progress in this lifetime. Take some messages from the urban crow, so you can put this in the more earthly realm or from your higher self, quite possibly, to see what kind of messages want to come out. Right. Bottom of the deck is number 20, ghosts. So in this sense, it gives me an idea of ancestral support. There are kind of shadowy figures, kind of light body figures, kind of ethereal figures, if you will, on this card that are supporting you, are flying the same path as this is also you, having been flying this path for lifetimes. There's kind of a soul mission embedded in our DNA that's always kind of the same across all our lifetimes on this plane, that we're basically learning from and coming back and doing. A lot of people use the video game analogy. It's quite a good analogy, how literally you take it, but the analogy that you're going through the same mission, you're trying to reach the end goal, you're playing Zelda again and again, but you're learning each time that you die, and you're evolving each time that you die. And in a sense, that can happen if you believe in reincarnation and think the soul is eternal and energy is energy. Then you'll be learning, and each of your ghosts is going to help you, and in the ghost of others and people in your lineage and your spirit guides are going to help you as well. Time is not so linear. So, the cards that came out, number 7, cachet. And this would talk to the kind of element of planning, and it would talk to you putting your eggs in the different baskets that they're meant to be in, preparing. And here, for any rainy weather, this could be just preparing yourself and your own internal being, but you're placing things where they're meant to be, and that includes the past and that includes the future, because neither of those will help you in the now. Number 45, self-interest, has come up for a second time in the last few days. Now normally I would say watch out for people who are acting in self-interest, and that still does apply, but it's giving a little bit here with power and magic to learn to do things in your self-interest. So sometimes you have to do what's necessary for you to stand in this mission for leadership. Leadership is a tough call, because you need an element of self-interest, because otherwise you're too vulnerable. And so the way this card is coming out today and what it's giving me is learn how to look after yourself and to watch out for forces that are excessively in self-interest, but how you can stand and embody your own magic without others trying to take or dim that light. And this one I wanted to pop out, and this says giving a sense of all the things you need to do, and a sense of in this lifetime is release. So that gives a sense of ascension. You're ascending, you are multiple versions of yourself, even in this lifetime as well as other ones, because we all have old selves. We all have ways that we saw the world that are gone and dead and buried. But it's not just perception. It's parts of our soul. It's parts of our etheric bodies. But they lighten up as such. They rise up as such. And so, similar to death, you're asked to release. You're asked to release what doesn't serve you. You're asked to release that isn't in your magic, that's holding you back. Whatever is stopping you transcending, you're asked to release it. And with that, in the sense of a higher realms, we'll get what's happening with the Divine Masters. They're jiggling. So let's see who wants to burst out and give you some kind of, that one literally burst out, some kind of, that's too many. Alright. Bottom of the deck, Lakshmi and Ganesh, prosperity, vibration, and maybe there is a sense of a vibration in the heavenly realms. They're seeing you as quite prosperous and vibrant. The card that came out at the end of all of those, I'm going to go in the reverse kind of order here, is Hanuman. And that's devoted warrior, let God's love hold you in strength. Hanuman, it seems quite a mischievous kind of monkey spirit, but always to an end, always to aid the other gods, including Ganesh and others, but it's a devoted warrior, and he's holding the light in your hands, the sense of a healer with all this light and vibration. And it's saying that, in heavenly realms and higher realms, you are seen as this devoted warrior, and you fight for, what's the source consciousness. You fight in line with alignment. You fight in a sense of love and higher vibrations, and that is how you hold yourself in strength. With that is Mahavatar Babaji, spiritual awakening. Interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. So it talks to a sense of your understanding of yourself, and that kind of caching and that internal elements to you, and how you are also interconnected to others. And you've got a sense of in this transcending card, that the dolphins at play and the ship. There are many who are seeking, and more are awakening and seeking like you are in this lifetime. And so this is you being part of that collective spiritual awakening with your own individual one. You are protected as you do it. El Moria, spiritual force field. Protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. And even, kind of in this leadership, you are safe, protected. You're being given downloads and information and being supported by higher sources to embody that kind of warrior, that devoted warrior energy. And if you are doing it in alignment, you have protection from higher sources for whatever your soul path or destiny is. And with that is Joan of Arc, sacred activist. This is you embodying that warrior spirit. You've got a sense of a spiritual force field to help you. You've got a devoted kind of God-like higher warrior, and then Joan of Arc, who's embodying that in an earthly sense. Do not be afraid, stand up for your beliefs. So stand up for your beliefs. Your future self is saying you step into leadership, and that's where you are being called with all this divine support as you awaken to it. And the card that popped out first of all was Serapis Bay, Paradigm Shift. A lot of multi-vibrational colours in this card, especially like a rainbow type aura, and all coming from representing all of the chakras and coming out the crown. A sense of Kundalini awakening and rising here, so through your body, all of the energy that's rising up and throughout, and a sense of a crown as well here, links to Egypt in the kind of paraphernalia, the headgear, the outfit worn. Activation to grow, make the necessary change. So it says as you're growing and you're releasing to make those necessary changes, to step into your magic and your leadership and who you were born to be. They're just asking you to focus on being this healing light in the world. And as you'll see, that the healer kind of, devoted warriors, the words on this card, that it kind of gives a healer sense in the way Hanuman is placed here, the colours in his hands. So let's take messages from the ancestors to see which ancestral support or messages you have guiding you. There's two just dropped out the bottom, so I'll take them. And two more from the top. Okay, so the top of the deck wanted to show is Root of Fire, risk it all, and it's asking you to risk things with Creature of Water at the bottom, creative expression. So it's asking you to take risks and be creative and express to the world. This is, again, a more fast-moving kind of Knight of Cups that is ready to express. The two cards that kind of just popped out at the bottom were the Martyr, which has been coming up quite recently. It's the same as the Hangman, sacrifice and self-reflection. And that is not the front of the card. There is poetic justice, or the Judge, this card is called, and it's the Justice card in traditional tarot, number 11, mirrored master numbers there, and this is a mirroring here of justice. It just talks about ancestors looking to bring you justice. So the first half of your life to the second half of your life, the shadow to the light, mirroring things on this earthly plane in imbalance, and that Libran kind of energy. So there's a lot of balance coming to you in what's happened in past lifetimes, into future lifetimes, what's happened in your past life or your old self, or what's happened so far this lifetime, into what's happening in the second half, or the next half, or the next part of it, or wherever you're going, wherever you are on the journey. And then two cards to give a more grounded sense of what's happening for you is Father of Earth, Generosity. So number 41, I feel a breeze coming through to give confirmation of this, and movement on this is the same as the King of Pentacles. So a sense of abundance, a sense of security. And this is a giving sense that ancestral help is coming to help you feel secure and abundant in the things that you do, in how you're secure with your own family units or the people around you that you consider family or soul family. There is a sense of wealth and abundance and power with the yellows on this card and blooming, so assistance is on its way and is around you. If you're not feeling in that sense at the moment, you may feel it, that it's going to come to you, or it come at some point, maybe days, months, weeks or years, but there's a sense of assuredness as this all grows. And with that, you also have love overflowing, altar of water, which is the same as Ace of Cups. There is number 27, there's divine love flowing through you to be utilized, to be created, to make magic. These are two cups, and this is what this Holy Grail is. Love. It's fire and water. It's source consciousness again. It's just the universe flowing through you, through your vessel. And here it's your ancestors advising the same, that their love is flowing through you, their tears of joy are flowing through you, and that come out into the world as streams of gold. So this advice, you're being supported in that through one of the most powerful vibrations of all, which is love. And you're this being that's embodying this kind of spiritual warrior, this leader, this powerful light being, this devoted warrior who is embodying something that is quite powerful, is quite activating in themselves and others, but in a sense of light, not in a sense of going to war on a battlefield or doing so much out of their own self-interest, not excessively, but who is bringing love and light and awakening to the world, to something better, to something higher, to a new way. It's pioneering a sense of harmony and co-creation on this earth, which you understand through your connection with the divine, and you're making the changes for that to come in and for that to ground. So thank you for being here, and thank you for doing that, and we're all grateful for you being here and doing that. So are your ancestors, and so are the heavens and the earth and your future self, your higher self. So keep going. They're congratulating you, they're proud of you, and they know you can do so much more as well, and in time you will grow and blossom into this healing force in the world. I love you. Namaste.